everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a vlog or a video diary type thing of my A-level exams because they started yesterday, so I just thought that I would make this video. I don't know. As I said, my exams did start yesterday and I didn't film yesterday just because I was still kind of settling into exam season mode. So I'm starting this video today. It's currently Wednesday the 6th of June and yesterday I had two exams. I had chemistry and Latin. I do OCR chemistry and so many people have said like it was actually an okay exam, which I agree with. It was an okay exam, but I realised that I made a stupid mistake, like a really stupid mistake, and now I'm like scared that I made loads more mistakes and like just didn't realise it, so slightly concerned. And also, OCR people, how annoyed were you that they put the definition of average bond enthalpy? Not being funny, but it says on the spec that we don't need to know it, and I think I learnt the wrong definition, which is always great. So yeah, that was that. I'm really concerned about chemistry, but thanks, car. But then Latin was just a tragedy, and I'm not even exaggerating. Like, I know that I didn't revise as much as I should have. I didn't revise very much at all, let's just face it. Latin isn't in my offer, so I'm just like, I'm not going to spend loads of time on Latin because I have my other 3 A-levels to actually like worry about because I need to get the grades in those. So I didn't really revise a lot of vocab, and I made up like pretty much the whole of the 2 stories. Because when you don't know a word, it's really hard to figure out what the sentence is supposed to mean, and then it's really hard to know what the plot is. Kill me now. But yeah, it was just really bad. And today's mechanics. Honest opinions, right? Edexcel mechanics. I don't think there has ever been a worse paper in my life for mechanics. Like, that was so bad, and I've just come out of it like, what? Not even 40 minutes ago. It was so bad. I can't, like, I don't even know, like, what? I'm literally speechless. I don't know how they managed to make that paper so hard, because I was thinking before the exam, like, how bad can they make M1? The answer is very bad, guys. Very bad. I don't, like, some of the questions were just so dodgy. I couldn't get the answer for, like, the second question, which I eventually got when I went back to it at the end, but I think that just threw me off the whole paper, and it was just so bad. They were so obsessed with, like, least or most, and there really haven't been that many questions like that before, so it was really, like, new types of questions. Right now I'm at home. I don't have any more exams today, thank God. So I'm just gonna sit and revise for the biology exam that I have tomorrow morning. Yay. Update. Don't look at unofficial mark schemes because they will make you feel 50 times worse. I'm about to go and do my biology exam and I'm so terrified. Like, I always get really stressed before biology and I don't know why. I have a feeling that AQA are going to screw us over again, but I'm just so nervous. I probably look like a mess right now, but I've just come home from my biology exam, and I'm not even being funny, but that was genuinely the worst exam I've ever sat in my life. And like, I feel like I don't feel that great right now about myself. It was so hard. Like, genuinely, I was running out of time so bad. I had about 10 minutes at the end to answer like 15 marks worth of questions, and it was just so weird and dodgy, and like I genuinely didn't know what to write for half the questions. It was genuinely so hard, and now I have like a massive banging headache. I know I've majorly screwed up quite a few of the questions, so I'm quite worried, and I don't think paper 2 or paper 3 are going to be much better, so I'm really concerned. I'm just going to go straight on to revising for Latin because I have Latin tomorrow. I'm not going to do too much because I want to do chemistry as well, because after the physical paper, which I thought went okay but now I'm starting to think didn't go that okay, I need to make sure that I know all of organic properly. I've just come back from my Latin test. It's Friday, and to be honest, It wasn't tragic. That's probably the test that I've come out of and felt the best about. Probably because Latin doesn't even count towards my offer, but it wasn't too bad, and like it didn't really take too much like mental toll on me. So I mean, there were bits where I was just like, this is comical, but overall it was okay. But now I am going to eat my guacamole, which I've made. Yay. And then I'm going to have a bit of a break and get on to revising biology, because at this point I really need to do well in this next biology paper, because genuinely yesterday was tragic. I'm now ready, except for my hair. My hair's a mess, but I'll fix that in a minute. I am about to go to do this biology test. I'm really stressed. I've gone through my flashcards and through some of my notes that I typed up, and then I also went through the practical notes that I made about like the required practicals, and then I also went through a couple of past papers that I did and just looked at the mistakes. So I'm hoping that that's enough. I didn't really want to do any more than that because I could have gone through more past papers, but I knew that like I needed to do something to relax because I was genuinely like not in the right mindset at all. I'm still not really, I'm just really waiting for this to be over. I need to not stress, because it's going to be my downfall. Also, my laptop sounds like it's overheating, because it is overheating. It always like is really loud whenever I export videos. Hey guys, I feel like I'm always in this position, just literally sat here when I film these clips, but it's Thursday and I know I haven't like updated the video in a while. On Monday I didn't film after my biology exam because I had the world's worst headache. Like genuinely I felt sick because of how much my head hurt, so that's great. But my biology exam, it wasn't as bad as paper one thank god, but it wasn't that great. Like I feel like I didn't do well enough on paper 2 to make up for the fact that I really messed up paper 1. So unless they really lower the grade boundaries, I still don't think I'm getting any kind of good grade in biology. On Tuesday I had 2 exams, so that's why I didn't film. I was a bit busy and then afterwards I was actually shattered. But I had Cicero for Latin, and I'm kind of like, I feel like it's really bad because I don't really care so much about Latin. Like I do care, like I still want a good grade, but at the end of the day it doesn't define whether I go to university or not, so I'm kind of like, I don't think it was too bad. Like there weren't really weird context questions, which I was afraid of, but at the same time the essay was really strange. Like I read the question and I was like, I don't even get the question. How am I supposed to write an answer if I don't get the question? And then I did write stuff, but I'm kind of stressed that I didn't write enough about the Latin like bits of the text that we studied, and I wrote more about the AS bit and also like the bits that weren't in the Latin, like the bits that we learnt in English. So yeah, I'm a bit worried, and I put well too much context. Like one of my paragraphs with I can't even speak, was just purely context. So yeah, but then that wasn't like, it didn't really like phase me too much. Chemistry, organic chemistry, oh, that was like such a strange exam. Like I feel like it wasn't hard, but at the same time it was hard. I know that I've made like one really dumb mistake in the multiple choice section, so I'm like, I was a bit iffy with some of my answers. I just don't think I like explained it well enough. It's just the stupid mistakes. Like I'm so stupid. The thing is, it's the whole situation of why do you keep doubting yourself, because I wrote an answer, then I changed it, and it was the first answer. Basically I looked at the molecule first, and then I convinced myself that it looked differently, but clearly not. Like I was going to search it on the internet when I got home, and then I started typing the molecule into Google, and then it dawned on me that I'm literally stupid. Yesterday was Wednesday, so I did nothing. It's so bad. But the only other test I have is tomorrow, and that's tomorrow's Friday, by the way, in the afternoon, and that's Virgil for Latin. So I think that's why, like, I can't bring myself to revise this stupid text. I just cannot wait till my Latin A level is done and I never have to look at any Latin ever. Well, actually, that's probably a lie. And then it's the weekend, and then I only have 4 exams left. I'm so excited. Next week I'm actually going to try and like vlog a bit better, because genuinely, like, this is one clip for an entire week's worth of stuff. But I'm done with Latin A level, and that just feels so great. I've just been so happy, and not necessarily because I thought the paper went amazing, but because I never have to do Latin ever again in my life. Oh my god. It's just been such a drag of an A-level. Like, it was fun to begin with, and then it just got like really hard real fast, and it just got like so repetitive and boring. And trying to revise, especially for the past 2 days, like I did hardly anything on Thursday, I did nothing on Wednesday, and then this morning I was cramming Virgil so much. So like it was getting so hard to actually motivate myself to revise this Latin, but it's finally done. With regards to how the test went, it wasn't that bad. Like, I was expecting it to be tragic, and there were, like, I'm not saying that it went fabulously, because I know it didn't. Like, there were bits that I was just like, jokes. Especially the essay. The question wasn't bad in itself, but my essay was really, really one-sided, because there wasn't really much that you could say for the other side. And then also, I think it was very repetitive, because I kept writing like the same explanations the whole way through. So I don't think that's the best essay I've ever written. I am doing some maths. I'm starting some maths. I'm doing the review exercise for C3 because I still haven't done the first one. I don't think there's been a day where I've like come home after an exam and just like revised. It's always been like me procrastinating till about 9 p.m. and then sitting there for like 2 hours, and that's all I've done, because genuinely, like, I get home after an exam and I just don't want to do anything. I'm literally just so ready for all my exams to be done. I want to be able to wake up at not 6 a.m. every morning and constantly be thinking about work, even when I'm not doing work. This is how fast my mood can change. 15 minutes ago, I was perfectly happy, I was fine, you know, great to have Latin done, out the way, and now I have put myself in the biggest rut. Not as big as biology. I know that I knew stuff, but now I'm contemplating whether I was supposed to put lit notes in those 3 markers, because now I'm slightly concerned that, like, even if I wasn't supposed to put lit notes, I didn't explain it well enough. I just basically translated it in slightly my own words. Literature was literally the only thing that was going to bring up my grade, and I don't think it has. Try not to cry, because I do not want to cry over Latin. I know that I need to stop thinking about it, obviously, because like there's nothing I can do now. It's done. Like, I'm not going to change anything. It's just doing my head in, because I shouldn't have done it. Like, I should have dropped it after AS. I should have like paid myself to do an external AS, which I know well I could have got an A in, and then I should have just left it, because this year, like, whilst yes I didn't do as much work for Latin language, which is why I really didn't do that well on it, it was like all the lessons that I went to when I could have had frees, when I could have been revising for my other subjects, all the revision for literature that I did when I could have been revising for other subjects. Like, language, yes, I didn't do anything, but literature, I crammed that crap into my brain. Yes, I'm not going to get that good of a grade because I didn't revise language, but now, did I sacrifice my other grades because I revised so much for Latin? Leave Magda to dig herself a hole and plunge herself underground. On the bright side, I also don't have a headache. I think the paracetamol sorted it, or it was just like a tiny blip in my brain that was just like temporary pain. Hey guys, so it's now Monday morning and I sound really croaky because I
Just woke up like half an hour ago. It's the morning of my biology exam and I'm not looking forward to this at all. I woke up this morning and my right wrist hurts like really bad, and I have arthritis, so it's already not good that one of my joints hurts, but I'm really concerned because like it can't get any worse in my wrist. Like, you use your wrists for everything, you don't realise until it hurts.
I'm back from my biology exam and I'm just genuinely so infuriated with myself. Like, it was just the essay. It was the essay that really, like, my essay was so bad. I just waffled for a whole 4 pages. Like, it was 4 pages of pure waffle, and I chose the absolute wrong essay title. I was running out of time, basically. Like, I had half an hour-ish for the essay, which is well not enough at all, but I completely ran over time on the questions, and I wasn't just gonna, like, ignore the questions. So, basically, I chose movement, but the interaction essay, I'm now realising that I've basically planned it because it was interactions between cells and interactions between organisms, and I've planned 2 essay titles that were basically like encompassing that one title that was in the exam. It doesn't even really answer the question properly. My conclusion is actually the worst thing I've ever written. And it's just like all over the place because I was completely running out of time. I started writing about muscles and then realised that I wasn't writing about the control of movement. So then I had to try and like fix it, but it doesn't make sense. And I didn't have time to go back to like check whether everything makes sense. And then there's like loads of different points within the same paragraph, because I kept just thinking of like new things that I can write which made more sense. Then I would like introduce them in the paragraph and it just wouldn't make sense. Like, there's a whole paragraph that I wrote that just completely is not relevant at all. And I feel like I'm getting a headache, which I've had a headache after every single biology exam and it's coming, so I need to take a tablet ASAP to stop it from escalating. My wrist still hurts. It's just, my life's a bit of a mess at the moment, and that was the biology test that I had to have go well because the other 2 obviously weren't as great, and this was like my last chance. The rest of the paper was okay. Like, it wasn't the best. There are a few questions that I was just like, I don't know the answer to that at all, but it wasn't too ridiculously bad. But it was the essay that really let me down, and considering it's a third of that paper. And now, like, there's ever more pressure on my maths grade because I don't think I'm going to get an A star in biology at this rate, even though it was supposed to be my easiest, like, not easiest, but like most sure A star just because of the boundaries and how my mocks went, but hell no. Maths was the subject that I was like least likely to get an A star in. Like, it wasn't gonna happen. I definitely overslept. Like, I woke up this morning 1 minute before my alarm went at 7. Which is a bit creepy, but then I kind of kept like going back to sleep and waking up whilst my parents were leaving. But after my parents left for work, I think I just completely slept through all my alarms and I woke up just before 9. So I've just been eating breakfast, you know, wallowing in my own misery, and also being well excited for this Friday because, so close. But today I have an afternoon maths exam, C3, and I think the best thing that I probably could have done is given myself more sleep, because the worst thing for me in maths is making dumbass mistakes, and I feel like if I'm tired, you know, the chance of that happening increases. I've just come back from my C3 exam and it didn't go too... I don't want to say it didn't go too badly because obviously it's so easy to make like dumb mistakes in maths. But it wasn't like, though it was really strange again. I feel like the questions were rather like odd. It wasn't as bad as I thought it might be. There was one question where I just couldn't get like the answer in a form that they wanted. So I know I've dropped a few marks on that. And there's like a couple of things that I'm not quite sure about. But on the whole, I'm hoping that it was okay. I'm going to do some chemistry revision. Also, I hope, because at the moment motivation is running real low. I'm back from my chemistry exam, and I genuinely like feel like crying because like the paper wasn't even that bad. That's my problem. Like, comparatively the paper was actually okay. It's just I was so stupid. I've made so many stupid mistakes. There was only one question where like I genuinely couldn't do it. There was one question about freaking aldehydes, and apparently it's some kind of aldol condensation reaction or whatever. I've never heard of that in my entire life, and like I got the general gist, but you took the hydrogen off the CH3 group instead of the CHO group, so I'm really confused as to how exactly you're supposed to do that. And it just generally, like, I know that I've lost at least 7 marks at this rate, if not more, for me being stupid. I'm just going to relax a bit and then I'm going to move on to C4 review exercise stuff, which I really don't want to do at this point because I just think there's no point. But forget and move on. I've just been like basically doing nothing. I watched the football game. And that's about it really. And then I got a headache again. I really like, I don't know what it is with these headaches. I think I'm just like tired beyond the point of tired. I'm hoping that I'm like overestimating how badly I did. Fingers crossed, because you know, I still want to get into uni at some point in my life. It's really nice though having like one exam left. Like C4 is the only thing I have to worry about, and Friday is getting closer and closer and I'm well excited to just be done. It's Thursday, the day before my last exam. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Genuinely at this point I just want to be done. Like I just want it over with. I'm going to basically spend the whole day revising C4, and I'm just telling myself that this is the last day that I'm going to have to do revision. Like tomorrow I can come home and I don't have to do any more revision. So, you know, I may as well. It's my last day that I have to do this. So yes, that's the only thing that's motivating me at the moment, because I really don't want to do this. It's nearly 8, sort of. It's like 7:45, but basically I'm well excited. However, I have been a lot more nervous than I expected. Like last night I felt a bit sick, and this morning like I'm really on edge. Like I'm quite nervous for this exam, which I didn't think I'd be, because it is the last exam, but it is like really important because the maths grade boundaries are so high. So the thing is, like, I know I can do C4, like I know I can, because all my past papers, like, they've been fine. I just need to make sure that I don't panic, and I didn't get too much sleep last night, so I'm hoping that I'm not like really tired and like make stupid mistakes because of that. I have like a knot in my stomach, you know that feeling when there's just like some weird pressure in your stomach and you're just like, yeah, that's how I feel right now. But hopefully it will be fine, and yeah, fingers crossed, because I really don't want to come out of this exam nearly crying again. I'm literally so happy. I just finished all my A-levels. I never thought this day would come. That exam wasn't even that bad. Like, I probably did make stupid mistakes and I'm quite unsure on one of the questions. There was a vectors question and you had to find the cos of the angle, and I didn't know whether to make the cos positive or negative. So yeah, like there were 2 different ways that I did it and they both gave me like the same answer, just one was positive, one was negative. So I'm not really sure which one it was supposed to be, but I'm done. And looking at the unofficial mark scheme, which I said I wasn't going to do, but then I caved, I got most of the answers. Obviously not all of them are on there, but like I have like most of my answers that I got are on there. So I'm just so happy. Especially since that actually went okay. I'm covering at work. Literally I regret my life decisions, but yesterday they were like, can anyone cover? And I was like, fine. And then I instantly regretted my life decisions, but I'm going back to school later to cover. So that's going to be great. And then tonight, not great, that was sarcastic, by the way. Tonight I'm going to my friend's house and we're planning a holiday that we're all going on, so that's going to be super fun. And yeah, I'm just really excited because now I can do whatever I want. Like, I don't really know what to do now. I still feel like I feel the same. I don't think it's hit me yet that I genuinely have nothing to do. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a bit of a strange one. It's just wow, I can't even speak. It's mostly me ranting about how I failed on my A-levels, but like I probably have. I hope if you feel that your exams didn't go quite to plan, that this kind of gives you consolation a little bit, because like mine didn't either at all. Really, like, not how I really wanted them to go, most of them. But it's okay because they're done now. Be sure to give it a thumbs up, and you can also subscribe to my channel if you want. The button is below this video. This summer is going to be great. I have revision videos planned, which obviously now I have time to film, so they will be actually up on my channel. And like I have travel montages going up, all that kind of stuff. So do subscribe if you want to see those videos. I'll see you in my next video, which will be very, very soon. Bye!